Today I'll be trying 5 different chocolate chip cookies at 5 different prices, effort levels, and taste to find which is the best for you. The 5 cookies I'll be trying today are Chips Ahoy, Tate's, Nestle pre-made cookies, Crumble cookie, and my own from scratch recipe. Why am I inflicting such pain upon myself by eating all these chocolate chip cookies? I want to know which is the best if I don't have that much time and I need some pre-baked cookies. Is a more expensive cookie better than a cheaper cookie? And is making from scratch worth it? All the things I want to answer with this experiment. First, let's talk about price to see what you're getting for your hard-earned dollar. As you can see from the prices of these cookies per 100 grams, they're really not all that different. There's clearly some more expensive ones and some less expensive ones, but from what we know about these cookies, we could have probably guessed that. One interesting thing to look at is the number of cookies you get per 100 grams. For something like my cookie, you only need 2 cookies to make up 100 grams. But for Tate's cookies, you need 7 cookies to make up that 100 grams. It's just a dense versus a lighter cookie. By far the best value are the Nestle Bake From Home cookies. It's a warm, classic chocolate chip cookie that you can get at home, and it's not much more expensive than the Chips Ahoy. If you're just looking for the most cookies for the least amount of money, Chips Ahoy is for you. Next, let's talk about the biggest factor when it comes to determining if you'll make cookies at home versus getting them at the store. Time. 3 of these cookies take no time at all. You literally just buy the cookie and it's ready for whenever you want to eat it. But when it comes to the Nestle, which takes up to 20 minutes, and my cookies, which take up to an hour, there's a lot more time investment. There has to be a reason why we invest so much more time into these cookies than the pre-made. This leads us into the final factor we'll consider, and that's taste. This is the most important factor when you have all the time in the world. Of course, an at-home pre-baked cookie that's warm and fresh is gonna be better than a pre-made cookie from the grocery store. But we don't always have that kind of time, or we don't want to put that type of effort in. That's why I want to find out which of these cookies taste the best compared to the time and price to find which is the best for you. Let's taste the cookies. Okay, so I'm not going to go bad-mouthing Chips Ahoy. It is the cheapest cookie and it requires no time at all. So in that aspect, it's pretty good. But it's not the best cookie you're going to get. If it's there, I'll eat it, but I won't go out of my way to get Chips Ahoy. It's pretty basic flavor. There's not much going on there. It's kind of just like sugar and chocolate, but if you like them, you like them. So it's a really good chocolate chip cookie for being a from the store chocolate chip cookie that's already made. It's not fresh. It's expensive and you get what you're paying for, to be honest. It's a very good cookie for the price that you're paying. Of the 2 pre-baked, the Chips Ahoy and these are 10 times better. The flavor is so much more complex. You can really taste how good the ingredients are. I think it's a very good cookie. Well, you can learn things every day. It's just chewy and delicious, and I mean, it's the classic chocolate chip cookie. You can't really beat it. I mean, you can. Wait for that. There's no complaints here. It's relatively cheap. It's warm. It's fresh. It takes a little bit of work, but it's better than the Chips Ahoy outright. But in terms of flavor, I don't know if it's better than the Tate's, but because it's warm and fresh and soft and chewy, I gotta go with this one. It's better than the previous 2. Really good. You can't really go wrong with this cookie, ever, basically. Just get the log, but don't scoop it out, just cut little rounds, and they come out real nice. 2 hands for the crumble cookie, it's too big. It's not as good as I thought it would be. I got the chocolate chip one, the normal one. I mean, it's not fresh, but I got this a couple hours ago. but it's not very good. I'm surprised at how weird that tastes. I had a bite before and it's still weird. I don't know who this is. I don't know. It's very expensive. It doesn't take a lot of time and it is warm and fresh, but it's not very good. It's not as good as I thought it would be. To be honest, I might honestly prefer the Tates over this. I prefer the Nestle over this 100%. But I might even prefer the Tates, which aren't fresh and warm, over this. It's just got like a weird chemically aftertaste. I don't know. Weird. Not a fan. Shocked. Surprised. Weird. The brown butter just adds so much to a chocolate chip cookie. I think so many good chocolate chip cookie recipes use brown butter, and I think it just adds so much to a cookie, and I think it's so good. My recipe is a little expensive. I did go with a really nice chocolate. Chocolate made up almost half the cost of the entire batch of cookies. It does take a long time as well, so it is decently expensive and it does take a long time, but I think if you're trying to get the best chocolate chip cookies you can possibly get in terms of taste, then I think the recipe is, or the one that I use, it's not my recipe, the one that I use is the best you can get in terms of just taste of the cookie. So I think my final rankings in terms of taste are from worst to best. Chips Ahoy, Crumble, Tate's, Nestle, and then mine. Really surprised about the Crumble. I really thought it would be better. I'm like trying not to be like, oh, my cookie is so much better than this place, but like even the Nestle Bake at Home cookies are better. I think. I don't know. What do I know? Just for the chocolate chip. So, in conclusion, which of the two grocery store cookies is best? I think if you're looking just for taste, then Tate's is the better option, but they are a bit expensive. So if you're looking for the most cookies at the least price, Chips Ahoy is good. They're also really good in milk, which is key. They're not very good, like, dry. Is a more expensive cookie better than a cheaper cookie? I think in the case of Tate's and Chips Ahoy, the upgrade is worth it. But from Nestle to Crumble, not so worth it. I think sticking with the classic Bake from Home cookies is the way to go. And then, the most important question. Is baking from scratch worth it? I think if you just want the best cookie possible, then yes. But it does take a long time, and it's kind of expensive, but you get what you pay for. So, take with that what you will. Thank you for watching, and if you want more baking videos, check out my channel. Thank you so much.